first FA Cup match of the season. Roll those credits. Good evening everyone, and welcome to another new video on the channel. Do please remember to like, comment and subscribe as we continue to develop this new channel. It is Wednesday the 12th of August. We've got a bonus for you tonight, which is our first FA Cup action of the season, as Easington Colliery take on Whitley Bay in an extra preliminary round replay. The first game on Saturday ended up in an exciting 3-3 draw, so what's in store tonight? Let's head over to Easington and find out what on earth is going on. So here we are in Easington, and coming into today's game, this replay is due to a 3-3 draw in Whitley Bay on Saturday. A really topsy-turvy and exciting game. Let's hope we see more of that tonight. Coming into the match, Easington Colliery are 4th in the Northern League Division 1, and Whitley Bay are currently in 14th, which is a very disappointing start for them. They would certainly expect to be at the very least playoff contenders for this coming season, and notwithstanding the strength of Bishop Auckland, they were some people's tips for the title this season as well. So they made a bit of a stuttering start, but it's very early days, and certainly an FA Cup run wouldn't go amiss. So let's head into the Welfare Park and see how it all pans out. So here we are back at the Welfare Park for the second week in a row. So if you want to see the full tour of this ground, then check out a video from last week. It's called Have Blue Star Lost Their Mojo? And you can see a full behind the scenes tour of the ground here at the Welfare Park. But for today, we're just going to be concentrating on the football. And the teams are coming out for tonight's Emirates FA Cup tie. Easington Colliery wearing their usual colours of green and white stripes and green shorts, and Whitley Bay in a change kit this evening of yellow and black stripes and black shorts. And we're underway here at the Welfare Park. And the first corner of the game goes to the Bay. So it's going to be Alfie Livermore with the Whitley Bay corner. Fires it in. And comfortably cleared by Thomas Bott. So first corner of the game for Easington, going to be taken by Dane Eltringham. Fired in and held fairly comfortably by Preston Lee. And Whitley Bay evade a foul there and win a corner. So Livermore with the second corner of the game for the Bay. Headed up in the air, and suggestion of a handball there, but it was fired straight at the defender and the ref not interested. Bay on the attack down the left, and that's comfortable for Mars. And just wide from Nkunku, and but he wins a corner. More then with the latest corner for the Bay. Livermore again. Fired in, and offside flag. Nkunku on the left for the Bay. Does well. And fires it in. Cleared to safety. Bay on the attack, and it's put into the back of the net by Nkunku. No, in fact it's Lennox Magalhaes. It was Jake Forster that provided the assist, and Lennox Magalhaes bundles the ball home. Here at the Welfare Park it is Easington Colliery 0, Whitley Bay 1. And fired over, and the referee blows the half-time whistle here at the Welfare Park. It's been a game of few chances, but the Bay have taken the one that's come their way, and we go in at the break with a scoreline of Easington Colliery 0, Whitley Bay 1. Half-time then, Easington Colliery 0, Whitley Bay 1. There hasn't been a whole lot to talk about, has there? It's been a bit of a dour battle, really. Neither side really being able to get any fluency to their play and carve out a series of clear-cut chances. But the promising play, such as it has been, has mainly come from the visitors, and they just about deserve their lead. However, we had a similar scoreline here last week, kicking in the same direction for the Colliery, so it's not all lost for them yet. Let's see what happens in the second 45. And we're back underway here at the Welfare Park, and we've got a bit of a power pack issue here, so we'll only be bringing you the absolutely essential highlights from the second half. And a very healthy crowd here at the Welfare Park this evening. Adamson this time. Another corner. Cook with a corner. And Whitley Bay have just added a second. It was Nathan Nkunku with a snapshot that beat Caton Mars, lowered his near post, and you would think that probably wraps up the tie for the Bay. Here at the Welfare Park it's Easington Colliery 0, Whitley Bay 2. Free kick to Easington on the edge of the box. Liam Cook hits the bar, and a wayward effort. And Liam Adamson has pulled a goal back for Easington here. He slid it under the body of Preston Leach, and it's game back on here at the Welfare Park. Easington Colliery 1, Whitley Bay 2. So another free kick for Easington on the edge of the area as they search for this equaliser, and the refs just notice that there's a ball on the pitch which he's dispatching with a decent piece of footwork. Ball fired in and over the bar. So Cook with the Easington corner as it's the edge of the box and headed over by Dan Moore. Another corner for Easington, headed goalwards but held by Reese Cook with the latest Easington corner as we move into stoppage time here at the Welfare Park. And headed in! It's headed in by Dom Agnew. And amazingly, we're all square again here at the Welfare Park. It's Easington Colliery 2, Whitley Bay 2. Cook, and he scored it! He scored it in the final minute, Liam Cook. And somehow Easington have turned it around. Astonishingly, it is Easington Colliery 3, Whitley Bay 2, here at the Welfare Park. And the Whitley Bay players look like they can't believe it. A free kick to Whitley Bay deep into injury time. Is there still time for another twist in this dramatic game? And not like that, there isn't. And that is the final action of the evening. And it's a dramatic turnaround for the hosts, who after being seemingly out of it at 2-0 down have recovered. With a final score here, Easington Colliery 3, Whitley Bay 2. It is Easington Colliery who go through to the preliminary round of the Emirates FA Cup. So it finishes Easington Colliery 3, Whitley Bay 2, and Easington go on to face Knaresborough from the Northern Counties East League in the next round. Firstly, apologies that we weren't able to bring you this dramatic game in its perfect glory. Right from the start, we had power pack issues from the previous night's game at Workington. Got back from that one in the middle of the night, basically, and didn't manage to get the power pack recharged while I was working on the Redcar Athletic video at Workington. So as a result, was able to bring very limited coverage of the game. I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment too much. We did consider not covering it, but we thought we'd bring you what we could, and I think we got the essence of the game on a very dramatic night over at the Welfare Park. So well done to Easington. Difficult to say whether they really deserved it, isn't it? Because up until the point that they went 2-0 up, Whitley Bay definitely looked the more accomplished side. They were easier on the ball, had really caused Keaton Mars problems all game in the Easington goal. But there seems to be something about Easington at the moment under Ollie Hotchkiss, that never say die attitude. Kicking down that end they like in the second half as well at home seems to give them a bit of an edge. And so I guess we should never rule them out in any game, and they'll certainly go into that next cup tie. Happy with the bit of extra money they banked, I'm sure, with a club on Easington's budget. Obviously, every little really does help, and that's a significant bit of money into the pot. And I'm sure they would go there confident, playing another club at step 5 level. You know, there's no reason why they can't go and put another bit of money into the bank. I'm sure Ollie doesn't hold out any hope of winning the competition or even getting to the first round proper, but it's just a case of can they get a few more decent paydays, which is a crucial lifeline for a club like Easington Colliery. So they'll be looking to try and get past that one and then maybe get a big name at home in the first qualifying round. You know, maybe even ourselves. You know, who knows? We seem to have a bit of a thing with Easington and Redcar Athletics, so I wouldn't rule out the footballing gods conjuring up an FA Cup tie between the two of us this season. We shall see what happens. But anyway, an enjoyable night over in Easington last night, in complete contrast to the week before weather-wise, by the way. I think I said to you that it was back to being like the middle of winter with the breeze coming in off the sea. Last night it was completely placid and very pleasant up there. So that wraps up coverage of that one. Next on the channel, there is some options on some FA Vars games on Friday night, but to be honest, it isn't really worth us covering them because we won't have time to do the video because we've got to get up early for the coach for our next Redcar Athletic game on Saturday. So there wouldn't be time to turn the video around. I know that other YouTubers get stuff out the same night, but the way we put ours together and the systems that we use mean that it takes us a good few hours to do a video. So that's not an option for us at the moment. So the next video on this game will be on Saturday when we resume Northern Premier League Premier Division action with the longest away trip of the season for Redcar Athletic down to Quorn, which is a village in Leicestershire. And we will be bringing you that one on Saturday the 15th of August. So watch out for it. And until then, thanks for watching Just a Sec TV.